Hello, my name is Alyssa Curtain and I'm the creator of Little Life Guides and the Chakra Cards. This morning I was doing a personal reading for myself using the beautiful Light Seers Tarot, and I thought it might be worthwhile to combine the Light Seers and the Chakra Cards to see if I can get some steps moving forward. So, you know, the tarot identifies the problem and the chakra cards really identify the solution. And so it was a really effective personal reading for me. And I thought, well, it might help somebody else. So I thought I might just throw it out there and see if anyone else was interested in trying chakra cards in combination with tarot. So I'm looking for, in these cards, some sense of something that someone's going through. The person who's going to watch this is going through. Oh, we've got two cards. I'll go one at a time. The Hermit. So we've got this beautiful image of a girl, a woman, backlit by light, but very, very alone, looking out to sea. So there's this sense of reflection and time. If you're into the numbers and the meanings, you go ahead and look those up. But for me, this card is very much about a reflective time in your life. And this one here, Four of Pentacles, and she seems to be, again, she's looking the same direction. They're both looking forward. This one's not with her eyes open, whereas this one was looking forward and just sort of holding her heart and herself close. So again, same in this one, she's really holding her inner self close to the body there. So what I thought we might do is, if you are experiencing this moment of self-reflection, and there is a lot of that around at the moment with things going on in the universe and in the world and our earthly things. So I'm going to pick the colours that are prominent in the two cards. So the first colour I see is blue. Now this is a greeny blue, so it could be heart chakra as well, but I'm actually thinking it's more this blue one. So the problem, well, I suppose it's not a problem. Having time for reflection is always really important. But there's always this light. There's this light there. There's light and there's life and there's, you know, abundance everywhere around. They're just taking this time to do what they need to do. So what is a card that can help this person move through this stage, if they want to move through it? If they don't want to, they want to stay there, that's completely fine. What do they need to move through this space, this time, this energy? Okay. What do you judge and criticize in others? I'm wondering actually if this is more about judging and criticizing in the self, mostly because she's holding this here really closely. She's not looking at others, she's looking more at herself. So what do you judge and criticize in others, or yourself, you know? And if we think about the universe, we are others, you know, they are us. We are one energy, I guess, in individual bodies. So when we judge and criticize, we're actually criticizing ourselves in a way. We're criticizing parts of who we are, and it's brought up for us, you know, to reflect on. So that's a really good card to help you move through this time. The other one that's quite a prominent color in this one is the yellow. I'm actually just wondering whether it's more gold. I'm thinking it's gold rather than yellow. So let's have a look. Whoa. What else do we need to know? What does it mean to be spiritual? This is what this is about. There is a really toxic, unhealthy, probably not toxic, it's not the right word, an unhealthy comparative that we can find ourselves in when we move into the spiritual community. And you know, we can judge others for not being spiritual enough, or not on their path. You know, it is when we judge others, we're judging where they are, and it isn't a race. We're not moving towards a finish line here. It's not a race to win the spiritual game. It is to be spiritual. Is all of us are spiritual, but it looks like this question is really about reflecting on what it means for you to be spiritual, but what are you judging and criticizing in others or in yourself? So it's a really reflective time. So maybe just meditate on these questions here, because it looks like you're in a really meditative space. The other color that I would be tempted to go with in this one is the orange of her dress, and perhaps the yellow. So what else do we need for this person to move forward? That's very quick. Let's talk about self-pleasuring or masturbation. So this is self-pleasure, whatever it brings you pleasure is whatever comes to mind. It doesn't actually have to be masturbation, but masturbation is a perfectly healthy way to manage your sexual needs if that's where you're at. So it might be worth looking at honoring and loving your body just as it is. And if this judgment is around your body, do you judge and criticize your body, the way you look? Do you not look spiritual enough, or whatever that means? So self-pleasure doesn't have to be about sex, but it can be if that's where you are in your process. If it's not in your practice, I encourage you to explore your body. Exploring your body is a perfectly healthy way to manage things. So let's just have a look at the yellow, because I think there's quite a lot in that second card there. What else does everyone need to know? Oh, there's two. Okay, this one landed right on the blue one, which was about judging and criticizing. So when do you lose confidence? Do you lose confidence when you compare yourself to others? Do you lose confidence when you are looking at what other people are doing in their spiritual work? All of those things there. And finally, what does it feel like for you to have willpower, and what are you strong-willed about? Are you stubborn? Are you a stubborn person? So this is a really interesting spread here. So it looks like you're in a time of self-reflection, and what you might need to do is just think about, while you're in this space, think about the kind words you use to yourself. What does spirituality mean to you? Maybe tap into that spiritual aspect of yourself, and also the things that bring you pleasure in your physical body, and thinking about your confidence, when you're judged and criticized. So there's a whole range of wonderful reflective questions there for you to work through in this reflective time. But you are looking forward, so there is some movement forward, and when she can let go of this, this is holding on to this self-confidence. This is all mine. It's very possessive, sort of holding self in. When you can bring out your confidence and your own sense of your own voice, because this one jumped in on the blue one. When you can bring out your own voice, then she will not need to hang on so tightly to this. And this beautiful little light here will just radiate. And there will not need to be a need to be alone all the time. I'm not saying that not being alone is a bad thing. Is absolutely a wonderful thing. But this little light, the brilliance that you are, will come out when you can work through this confidence about comparing yourself to others around your spirituality. I hope that was helpful. Please let me know in the comments if you liked it. Subscribe, do all those things, because that helps me to help more people, and I've really enjoyed it, and so I hope you have too. All the best. Namaste.